You're such an asshole.
Last video of the day, then the old captain's gonna get a chicken salad with diced tomatoes, no, peppers. And maybe a little bit of blue cheese crumble. And a soda water. And he's gonna hit the gym. He's gonna go back, maybe he showers. Lord knows what exciting life adventures await Cappy today. Probably not. Oh, I hate working out. Sometimes you get to do the military press. Sometimes pull-ups. It's a very exciting world. Hey Aaron, I'm an 18-year-old guy from Brazil looking for advice. So here's the thing. I was thinking about going to university to major in geology, but universities in Brazil are a joke and even more infested with leftists than those in the United States. But they are free. However, as I said, they're a joke, and I'm afraid I will invest 5 years of my time in a STEM degree that is useless because I have no access to real geology and instead spent 5 years just naming rocks. Should I just ignore the SJWs and still pursue the degree, even though it might not be a good one, or seek another alternative? I thought about studying abroad, but that's just financially impossible for me. Is it? Is it impossible for you? Besides, with everything that's happening nowadays, the whole world seems pretty much fucked. Yeah, but you gotta do something. You can't just, you know... Then you become like the welfare clubs. Oh, fuck, I'm getting oppressed, or this girl, why would? And then you don't do anything. Well, now it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and now you are a welfare bump. So you gotta do something. Outside of geology, I always enjoyed writing. I saw one of your video requests where you say that writing can be a viable career. Seems like a good option for me, since back in high school, most teachers would praise my essays, and some of my friends would say I was really good. Oh, well, your friends and teachers said you were good. Well, shit, you're the next Stephen King then. Because we all know parents and teachers and friends never lie to you to make you feel good. They never lie. They're always hard and thank God you contacted me. So what should I do? Invest 5 years in a parasitic institution infested with cultural Marxism that hates white males like myself, a possibly useless degree, or become an author and do my best to gather a following? I think you say to gather a following. All right. I am all for people becoming authors. That's not a job. It's not a job. Okay? Knock it off. Knock that fucking shit off. You're lazy, and here's the other thing. You're 18. You have no life experience. You have not the perception. You don't have the experience. You don't have the failures. You don't have the successes. You don't have the perspective. You're too damn young. You're too damn young to write. All right? Now, I'm not saying don't write. I'm not saying don't start a blog or anything like that. I'm all for people writing, but don't waste your time. Talk to TJ Martinell. He'll tell you he started writing at 18, and he read that and he's like, holy cow, this is utter shit. I had kind of a quasi-journal, if you could call it. Went back, read that shit. It was so horrible, I burned it. It was that bad. Now, does that mean you shouldn't do it? No, because you got to write. It's like eating bad food. You got to shit out the bad food before you eat the good food. And you start having nice, good shits of literature genius. Write. Get used to writing. I would also recommend you read the Wall Street Journal and The Economist front to back. Not because of the information that comes in there, but because reading good writing will make you a good writer. You'll develop a prose and a cadence and a tone. But you right now are not just going to poof, become an author. That's what dumb girls think. That's what soy boys think. I'm really good. You always had that one guy. Even worse than the easily breakable arm guy who played acoustic guitar. And the girls thought, oh, he's so good in high school, is the poet. Do you guys have that guy in high school? The poet? All right? No, you're not becoming that guy. All right? So go write. And for God's sake, if you're going to write under an alias online. You do not put your face or anything with it. You don't tell anyone, because it's going to be shit writing. And you get all your mistakes out. You get used to typing really fast. Typing is a great skill to have for being an author. I can type as fast as I think, so that saves a lot of time. Keyboarding alone, that right there is I'd say even more important. And then you get all your crappy writing out of the way, and then it's on a blog that's anonymous, or you burn it or delete it once you realize how shitty it is, which would be about 25, 24. And then you might actually have the skills to write a book someone's going to read and people are going to want to buy. All right? But that's not you now. You're not going to become an author. You're not. All right? What you're going to do is you're going to go to school, you're going to get a skill and a trade, you're going to get a job, and then you can think about writing on the side as a hobby. Right? So get that out of your idea that you're going to become an author later, but not until you have a skill, an employable skill, and a job. Then you can worry about writing. So I'm glad we took care of that and sort of destroyed your dreams there. As for what to do, we had a little bit more of an email exchange. You said you knew a geologist, and this geologist said that she won't be able to hire people. She doesn't hire people because they don't have the skills, and she doesn't want them working for her. And I asked, well, can you ask her, like, what are the missing skills? So what I'm thinking, because you seem to like geology, it's a good field, at least here in the United States, globally, because you go into mining and engineering. Find out what the major skills are. Say, okay, what do you want? Someone graduates from this college, what are the skills that you would like to see on their resume that would fill the gap? And then she'll tell you, and I have a feeling it's going to be programming, not programming languages, programs like software, like, oh, we use this to analyze rock data or whatever. So you go get your degree in geology, and you're in the same position every other kid's in position in Brazil, where your schools suck. It's social justice, Marxist SJW bullshit. Half your classes are probably going to be pointless and worthless, so it's not like you're going to be any worse off. But what I'm saying is if you get that degree and then you spend some time learning a language, learning not spoken language, programming language, learning these skills, whatever it is that geologist would recommend, you get those skills and then you probably stand a much better shot at getting hired. If you're really worried about geology, then, as I said, well, then you're going to have to pick a different STEM field. But I have a feeling you're going to face the same problem with the corruption that's happening over in Brazilian universities and colleges. Am I actually going to learn electrical engineering? Am I going to learn accounting? Am I going to learn how white people suck or whatever it is over in Brazil? Am I going to learn how penises suck? We need to give more money because that's why Brazil is such an economic powerhouse. It has had a history of being the financial juggernaut of the Southern Hemisphere. Geology is a fine degree, but this sounds like this problem is endemic across all the degrees. Now, if you could swing it, if you really like geology, I'd strongly recommend you get into the South Dakota School of Mines or the Colorado School of Mines. Don't tell me you can't afford it. Have you investigated? Have you looked? Contact them. Say, hey, I'm in Brazil. Your English is fine. I don't think you're going to have any problem with learning the English. What do I do? What options do you have? I guarantee you haven't contacted them, have you? You did not contact the Colorado School of Mines nor the South Dakota School of Mines. Did you? Well, why don't you think that's maybe worth an email or a call? International charges included? Find out. You don't know that. That would be ideal. You go to one of those two reputable schools and you're kind of set. You'll do rather well. I mean, again, oil is down and all that, but long term, these are reputable schools. If you're worried about reputation, at least knock on their door and find out. They're not going to say, oh, fuck off, asshole. I mean, they'll be polite about it. They'll say, oh, well, here's the price. You're like, shit, I really can't afford that. So you got that there. What else? Oh, if you had an interest in IT, you said you didn't have an interest in IT because you tried it. Because the other thing with IT, then you remove yourself. I don't know how wedded you are to geology, but if you're willing to learn to program or do something that can be done over the internet, it's certifications that matter more than your degree. And then you don't even have to go to college. You just go get your certifications and you can program from frickin' wherever. Be location independent. And I know you don't like it. Tough shit. People don't like anything. But if you can stomach it and get good at it, and you can program, well, then you can fuck Brazil. Go live in Fiji. Well, I don't know if they got that great of internet in Fiji, but go live in Caledonia. Go live on a beach. Go and then program. Get first world pay, living in second world costs of living. And not have it be Brazil where you get shot over in the favelas. So that's what I'd recommend. So yeah, contact if you're committed to geology, contact the South Dakota School of Mines, the Colorado School of Mines. See what they got for an education, like for foreigners, foreign students. See how much it costs. See what your financing options are. See if you can work in the United States. Second thing, again, if you're still wedded to geology, find out what that geologist says are the missing skills. Contact other geologists and firms saying, what are the missing skills? This is give them the exact same email you gave me. Here's my concern. What do I gotta do? What else do I gotta supplement my resume with to get in? They'll be like, dude, what's your name? And do you want to intern maybe even? And then if you're not that wedded to geology, I would recommend looking into IT, no matter how much you don't like it. Because you get location independence, you can do it from wherever, you don't need to go to college, and you can say fuck off to Brazil. That's what I'd recommend. Alright, hope that helps out. You guys got questions, Captain's got answers for a fee. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.